So m0NESY is one of the best AWPers in the world, and Inferno is known to be a home map of his team G2. Today we're going to be taking a look at how m0NESY AWPs on Inferno and the types of positions and plays that can be utilized to put your team in a winning position. First of all, the AWP is going to have the most impact on the CT side. Now, that's not to say that we can't do anything with the AWP on the T side, but we play the AWP a little bit differently on each side. For the CT side, you will typically be AWPing towards the A side of the map, and one of the best positions for the AWP is short. This is something that many players might not realize. The reason that the AWP is so good at short is that when the T side takes brackets, they will usually be smoking off long side, and they want to hit the site through the short side anyway. So by starting short side with the AWP, you get to take many more shots and you have a quick fallback route back to the site where you can still remain active instead of having to rotate all the way around long. So looking at m0NESY's POV, we can see how he utilizes a couple of positions here. Initially, he holds a tight line into middle, and as we progress a bit into the round, he moves to under porch, and this allows him to dodge some of the common mid flashes. Even though he doesn't find a kill here, you can see how he is easily able to move around and take a bunch of duels without risking dying too much. This next example, we can see how this position actually works out for him, as he is going to punish Device looking for an opening kill in brackets. The other nice thing about AWPing around brackets is that it is easy to clear brackets in the mid round, which gives you and your team a ton of information. You can see how in this round, with m0NESY clearing brackets and finding a kill onto Fang, that all the information is available for G2 to know exactly where Complexity is headed. In the retake of the B site, m0NESY does a great job here, just locking down the church and finding the final 2 kills to win the round for G2. These late round information plays are super important, and in this example here, with less than 30 seconds on the clock, if m0NESY were to spot no one in middle here, he would confirm the B site attack. Since he finds a player, however, he is going to continue to clear and gather information, which eventually leads him to find a 3k to win the round. So obviously there are rounds where you might want to start B with the AWP, and this is a great position to catch the opponents off guard. One of the key plays that you can make on the CT side is peeking banana with the AWP. Basically, m0NESY is going to need a really good B spawn first of all to make this happen, and as he makes his way to peek banana, his teammates are going to be supporting him by throwing a smoke to extinguish any early molotovs and also flashing for his peek. This play works extremely well against teams that are trying to take banana control quickly. To throw the smoke his teammates are throwing, you basically just stand in this corner and aim at this antenna here, and then for the flash, they're simply just going to be throwing the standard banana flash from behind this wall. Now, if you don't have a great spawn for B, you can still play around the top of banana. Like in this example, you typically want to be holding this kind of angle to the right of the half wall, as this is going to usually grant you a kill while giving you a really good fallback route back to the site. Even in this example against Vitality, m0NESY is able to get a quick kill and fall back to the site where he eventually finds a second, which is more than expected in this type of scenario. Now, as for some different plays and picks you can go for on the CT side, one of the most common and most effective plays is in the halls pick. This is where you simply just hold the angle deep in halls, and this is great at punishing any players defaulting towards apps. And you can see just how effective this is from the examples shown. Now, you can't stay on this angle for too long, as m0NESY will usually fall off of this angle at around 1 minute 30 or earlier if he does find a pick. This is mainly due to players being able to come up from the right side of halls, which gives them a significant advantage. Another aggressive pick that you can try is this one, where if you get a really good mid spawn, you can use this pathing going through boiler to freezer to find the pick on the second mid play. This is the fastest way to get to this position, and it only really works if you have a really good spawn. In this round, m0NESY is going to open up onto Buster, which secures a significant man advantage in this round. Remaining active is a key part of AWPing, and m0NESY does a great job of changing up his positions to remain unpredictable. In this round here, he has the only buy, so he really needs to make this AWP count. He starts off by using this peek into middle from the left side, and this is a really nice off angle, and it catches Flames completely off guard. Now, notice that immediately after finding this pick, he's going to rotate around to the long side, which gives him just another different position to AWP from. After some utility starts to come in, however, he's going to utilize this backside position on A, which is super strong with the AWP, as you can position around the pillar and make the lives of the entry players super difficult. So that's pretty much it for the CT side. Switching over to the T side now, something that I mentioned earlier is that typically the AWP is going to be less effective on Inferno T side. So something that m0NESY will do a lot of is playing a supportive role. He will often be throwing a ton of utility, especially towards the B side of the map, and early in rounds he will usually be holding top mid for any aggressive peeks from the opposing AWPer. He may also help Nico by throwing some supportive flashes. One flash lineup that m0NESY likes to use is this one, where he stands behind this wall and aims at the top of this plant and simply just left click throws the flash. This is a great flash to blind any CTs at the top of banana. Once the team has gained some control on banana, m0NESY will sometimes also flash the half wall using this lineup, where he stands at the bottom of banana and aims at this spot just under the balcony and then left click throws. In the executes as well, m0NESY will usually be throwing all the utility, so the default coffin smoke as well as the god flash is pretty common for m0NESY to throw. For the lineups, you simply just stand in front of the logs. For the coffin smoke, you line up at these 2 points on the fence and then left click throw, and then for the god flash you aim at this position at the top of banana and then jump through the flash. Now obviously you aren't just going to be playing the supportive role the whole time. The AWP is the best weapon for finding opening picks, and m0NESY has a couple of plays for this. In this round, m0NESY is going to utilize his second mid spawn to run all the way up second to brackets to find this pick onto anyone playing the long side. He also receives a supporting flash from his teammate, which lands on the right side of middle, and this allows m0NESY to find a great opener onto Axile in this particular round. Coming into the late rounds as well, the AWP becomes a super strong weapon, as teams will typically have a lot less utility, which makes it difficult to come up against an AWP. In this round, m0NESY is going to contact clear all the way from banana into the B site, which allows him to find a great entry onto the CT player. Because of this kill, Astralis no longer have any utility to stop the G2 attack, and this allows m0NESY to find a follow-up kill onto the site player, securing the round for G2. So hopefully this video helps you with your AWPing on Inferno. Thanks for watching and peace out.